School project, a run through of the pallet wall project.
The purpose of our project was to make a wooden pallet wall for the assistant principal of our school. She wanted it on the back wall of her office.
First, we identified the need. By emailing the assistant principal, we gathered ideas for what to do.
Second, we developed a plan through emailing our assistant principal. Here was our first email to her, just giving her our ballpark estimate for the cost and our plan to just kind of get started. It wasn't the set plan or anything, but up here is her response to the email that we sent her of our actual plan sheet and cost sheet, which is right here. So here's our project details and our project description. Here's our materials on the left side, and then on the right side we have how much each material costs and how much we need of each material, and then here's how much each total material cost, and then the total cost overall was $106.51, and of course the labor was free. And then down here is what we wanted the wall to look like when we were done. This was our goal for the wall.
Then we ordered all the supplies that we didn't already have in the shop from the district warehouse. We already had the plywood, the screws, glue, nails, nail gun, and provided.
Setbacks and problems. One of our setbacks was finding the studs in the wall. We talked to a science teacher and found out she had a powerful magnet we could stick to the wall and find the metal studs. Another problem was communication between hours on working on the wall. We started to use our teachers as our main way of communication. Our last problem was making boards fit. We had 2 people running boards from the office to the shop to cut them to the length needed.
Here was our finished product.
Reflection. Now looking back at the pallet wall, it has been an experience. We think the whole process of building the pallet wall was organized even though there were a few bumps along the way. With each bump though, we learned a new lesson. Looking at the finished wall, it gives us a great sense of accomplishment, knowing that the wall will be there for years to come.
And here was our interview with our assistant principal after the wall was finished.
What gave you the idea for the pallet wall?
Well, when I first got the position here to work over here this year, I walked in the building and I saw this beautiful pallet wall across the hall, down the way a little bit, and I asked about it, and they said that the industrial tech teacher and the students had done that a year or 2 before, and I started thinking that would look pretty cool in my office on a back wall, and so I approached the teacher and said, hey, do you think the kids would have time to get that project in this year? And he said, yeah, I think so, and went from there.
How do you think the pallet wall project went?
Well, as you can tell, the wall is up, and it went really smoothly. It went really well. The kids, I had different hours of kids that came down. They came down at first and did a lot of measuring and a lot of planning and got those things in place. And then after they did the planning, I know they had to get their materials all ready, so that part of it wasn't, didn't kick me out of my office for any length of time at all. But when they were ready, they came up, and there were about 2 to 3 hours of kids that came a day, and they each had their own jobs. I think the fun part for me was listening to the kids working together and working in their groups and deciding how they were going to get things done. If they would run into a snag, they would have to figure that out, and that was really fun for me to watch them do that. It taught me things. I know it taught them things, not only as far as building a wall, but as far as working together to accomplish a goal, and I think they did an outstanding job.
Thank you for watching.